Happy Memorial Day to everyone out there, especially the veterans that have served over the years. A big thank you to them, and hope you guys enjoy your Memorial Day. And today, here for Memorial Day, I thought I'd do a review for you guys, which will be for PWG All-Star Weekend 12. Of course, these shows were very highly anticipated going into them, and of course, coming out of them, that everyone was very anticipated to have them and own them and watch them finally. And PWG finally started shipping them last week, I believe. And I finally got my copy last week, watched it last week, and I'm going to give you guys my review here. So without further ado, jump right into the video. Of course, starting with night one. First and foremost, love the artwork for both nights. I love the stare down with Roddy and Zack Sabre Jr. on the covers here. I thought that was an excellent thing right there. But yeah, just a little side note. But yeah, of course, we gotta get started with night one right here. Of course, you see the cover here, a very nice cover with Roderick strong staring off. Of course, like I said, put the covers together. They're doing a face-off. But very nice picture of Roderick strong right there. All-Star Weekend 12, night one with the Blu-ray logo on top. Record live on Friday, March 4th, 2016, and adjectives, Reseda, California. And here's the spine right here, Blu-ray logo, All-Star Weekend 12, night one. You open it up, got some night artwork inside. You got a nice picture of Marty Scurll right there, and you have a nice picture of Mount Rushmore and inside as well. So it's a very nice artwork. You go to the back, of course, as always, here's pictures of the event to pretty much show you what to look forward to while watching the event. So some very nice photos. Of course, here's the back with the description. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla kicked off an epic two-night event, All-Star Weekend 12 in Reseda, California on Friday, March 4th, 2016. All-Star Weekend 12, Night 1 on Blu-ray Feature 7. Explosive matches including, and you guys see the matches right there. So, of course, let's get started with Night 1 right away without wasting any time. I thought Night 1 was a superb night. Definitely a very, very, very fun show and a great show, too. Not a bad match on the card, in my opinion. Just great wrestling all around. I'd say both nights overall were pretty much on the same level of greatness. I thought that they both equally as great. I wouldn't argue with you if you thought one night was better than the other, because they were just that equally great in my opinion that either one could have been better than the other in my opinion. But night one, very fun show. It's only about 2 hours and like 20 minutes around there, so it's not that long of a night, but it's definitely an epic night without a doubt. You open up with Trevor versus Chuck Taylor, which was a great opener. It had a great mix of great wrestling as well as great comedy. Of course, Trevor Lee and Chuck Taylor going into the announce area, and Trevor Lee got on the announce, put the headset on, did some announcing, and then Chuck Taylor, of course, took him down, put the headset on himself, and did some announcing. So it started off a hot opener. The crowd was really hot for it. That was a lot of fun. I thought both men looked great. Trevor Lee especially, he's being now known as a dick heel. So to see him in a comedy role in this match was pretty cool to see that. So definitely a great opener. Hot way to kick off the show. Great match. Trevor Lee, Chuck Taylor, surprisingly, extends the streak to go 4-0 in PWG after the last couple of shows. I think since All-Star Weekend 11 he's been undefeated. So he continues that streak, defeats Trevor Lee with a small package. Trevor Lee is going for God's Ass Gift. Chuck Taylor reversed it into a small package. 1, 2, 3. Chuck Taylor defeats Trevor Lee. Great opening match. From there, I'm going to go to Evil Uno versus Chris Hero. This was a slow style match, but it was stiff. It was a very stiff match. I can see why some people didn't like it, but I thought it was an awesome match. Great back and forth action here. Even though it was slow, it seemed like what they were doing meant something. So that's what you need in pro wrestling. It's kind of the art of it, is the fact that it's not high flying, fast paced, but what they're doing means something. That's why I felt like what they're doing each other. Selling from Hero was pretty good here. So I thought it was a great stiff match. Good back and forth action, slow, but it felt like it actually meant something. The moves, that is. It felt like when they did like a rolling elbow or pile driver, it meant something. So I thought it was great back and forth action from the two of them. One complaint though, the ending. I didn't like the ending because Chris Hero hits a pile driver, Uno kicks out at one, or no, vice versa, I think. Yeah, Uno hits a pile driver on Hero. Hero kicks out at 1, and then he hits a rolling elbow on Uno. Uno kicks out at 1, then I think he hits another rolling elbow on Uno for the victory. Or there's just a lot of kickouts at 1 at the end, and I didn't like that. I wasn't a fan of that. So Hero gets the victory. Very solid match. From there, I'm going to Drew Galloway versus Trent, which was another awesome match here. I thought this was really good. I love the storytelling. Drew Galloway is the bigger man, of course, and Trent's a smaller guy. And Drew Galloway pretty much was just throwing Trent around. He actually gave Trent a backdrop. It looked like Trent was going to hit the ceiling. That's how high he went. But it was a great big man, little man match. Trent's really known for being a tag team guy, but he's actually been pretty impressive as the underdog in these singles matches he's been having the last couple of shows or so. So I really like the underdog story with Trent. Very upsetting ending too, with Drew Galloway going for the future chalk DDT. Trent was able to counter it into the Dude Buster, hits it 1, 2, 3, defeats Drew Galloway in a shocking upset. Like I said, I thought it was a really good match. the story of Trent being the underdog and Drew Galloway just throwing Trent around and Trent never giving up, keep kicking out and keep fighting against Drew Galloway. I thought it made for an awesome mix of wrestling, so I thought it was a really good match from both of them. From there, I'm going to go to a non-title singles match, Roderick versus Mark Andrews. Honestly, this is more of an extended squash. Mark Andrews pretty much got 0 to no offense at all, but still has a very good match. It was pretty much like an exhibition for Roddy for the next night, honestly. It's kind of much what this was. Roddy was just toying around, throwing Mark Andrews around, threw him up to the ceiling almost and hit an amazing gut buster. Roddy had him down for a few times, though. He had a sick kick and end of heartache, and he'd go for the cover, but he'd pull him up from the cover because he's not done toying with him just yet. So it's pretty much an extended squash with Mark Andrews pretty much, like I said, getting 0 to no offense at all. But it's still a really good match. Roderick does get the victory at the end of heartache on Mark Andrews. So yeah, a fun little match there. Even though it was an extended squash, it was fun. And then we go to, in my opinion, which was match of the night, Kyle O'Reilly versus Marty Scurll. This match was insane. I mean, one thing about this match was there's little to no selling, but they were beating the shit out of each other. The crowd was red hot. Both guys locking submissions. The elbow Scurll was giving O'Reilly in this match. It was such a red hot, edge of your seat style match. It was absolutely awesome. It was the best match on the show, arguably the best match of the weekend. This was just incredible in my opinion. I thought, this is Kyle O'Reilly's first singles match since returning to PWG. This is his first match in general since returning to PWG. I thought Marty Scurll was a perfect opponent because they put on an awesome wrestling match. Just great technical wrestling. Marty Scurll being an awesome heel and Kyle O'Reilly just being Kyle O'Reilly. Like, great mixture of great technical wrestling, great mixture of just brawling as well because they got into a slap fight. Just a lot of great maneuvers, a lot of great fighting out of both these men. And Kyle O'Reilly was mixing up his lariat where instead of going to second rope, he actually went to the bottom rope and did the lariat, which he hasn't done yet, at least to my knowledge. So it was at least different to see him do that instead of the regular Nigel second rope lariat. But yeah, just an incredible match from both men. Applause to both of them because they put on an incredible match. Like I said, great stuff. Absolutely loved the match tonight. O'Reilly wins with the ankle lock, which was a drama ending too. It was a very intense ending, especially with Marty Scurll debating to tap out or not, and which eventually does. So, great wrestling match. Kudos to both men. An awesome wrestling match. Match of the year contender for PWG by far. From next, we go into Adam Cole versus Zack Sabre Jr. This was a great match as well. Both men are familiar with each other. They've had some past matches in the past. They even had a match in PWG back at Bola 2014 Night 2. And honestly, this match, if you've seen that match, this match tops it. I thought this match is way better than that one. Adam Cole has played a great heel, as he always does. And Zack Sabre Jr., took this match as, if the way you watched him, he took it seriously as if it was a main event match, like for next night. So it was really cool to see Zack Sabre Jr. not really take a break or relax that match, but he actually, went all out and did a really good job. Adam Cole, I thought, did a terrific job trying to get out of his submission hold. Zack Sabre Jr. would go for submissions, and Adam Cole would somehow fight out of it and get out of it. So I thought that was great stuff from him. And just thought it was great back and forth action. There's some comedy involved too from Zack Sabre Jr. Like, he'd go for an enziguri and wild midair. He told Adam Cole to suck his dick. So I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, great back and forth action from both men. Adam Cole was really good, and this was a great warm-up match for Zack Sabre Jr. for the next night. And Roderick tried to interfere at the end, which was unsuccessful. Zack Sabre Jr. gets a submission victory with an incredible stronghold, pretty much killing Adam Cole in the process. Adam Cole taps out immediately. So great match from both men there. Great stuff. Then we go to the main event, which was the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Tag Team Championship title match. The Young Bucks being the champions versus Ricochet and Matt Sydal being the challengers. Great match here. Dave Meltzer was in the crowd for this, so it was pretty funny seeing him in the crowd for the Young Bucks. But yeah, great back and forth action here. A lot of fun stuff. I don't know if it was just me, but Matt Sydal seemed like he just was not on his A game that night. For some reason, when I was watching this match, like, Matt Sydal was failing. He was not hitting the spots right, or I don't know if that was supposed to, I don't know if certain spots are supposed to go that way, but to me, like, it seemed like he was failing his spots. Matt Sydal was not clicking in this match, I thought, but I thought Ricochet did a phenomenal job with the Young Bucks. It's a very fun, high-flying match you'd expect from these two teams. Great stuff. Love the tease of the Meltzer driver. Why they went for the Meltzer driver, Dave Meltzer, gave him a kiss. And then they went for the Meltzer driver once, but Ricochet actually caught Nick in midair, which I thought looked pretty good. And there were some near falls in this match with Ricochet and Matt Sydal almost winning tag team titles here. But yeah, very fun, high-flying match you expect from both teams. Young Bucks do get the victory when they do hit the Meltzer driver finally. In front of course, Dave Meltzer on Matt Sydal. So, yeah, great match, of course. After the match, Adam Cole and Roderick come out and beat down Ricochet, Matt Sydal, and Zack Sabre Jr. tries to make the save, but then beating him down. And of course, they cut a promo going into night 2. So yeah, spectacular night 1. Spectacular night 1. Really enjoyed it. Great stuff. Going on to night 2. You see on the cover here, we got Zack Sabre Jr. All-Star Weekend 12, Night 2. Of course, recorded live Saturday, March 5th, 2016. And adjectives, Rosita, California. Here's the spine, what it looks like. It just says All-Star Weekend 12, Night 2. Nothing on the spine, really. You open it up, you have a nice picture of Zack Sabre Jr. right there. And if you have a picture of Roderick Strong unlacing his boots, when you watch the match, you understand the picture. Here's the back of the photos, once again, as always, to highlight the event. There's a description. I think it's the exact same as night 1, so I'm not going to bother reading it. And you guys can read it if you want, just by pausing and reading it. But yeah, like I said, night 2 is just as equally as great as night 1, in my opinion. I thought this was really, really good show as well. There may have been a match or two that was slightly better than night 1, but overall, night 2 was a very, very fun show as well. This is about 2 hours and 40 minutes, so it was a little bit longer than night 1, but definitely, just like I said, equally as good as night 1. Opening match you had was Chuck Taylor versus Marty Scurll, which was a good match. You know, got the crowd pump into it, but nothing really significant happened in this match. You know, Marty Scurll was playing his typical heel, and Chuck Taylor just on the streak he's been on, you know, rolling off of that. So, pretty fun opener, nothing really happening. Chuck Taylor did the victory with the awful waffle, though, on Marty Scurll for the victory. So, nice way to kick off the show. From there, we had Mark Andrews versus Evil Uno. I'll be completely honest, it was a good match, but I had absolutely no interest in this match at all because I'm not really invested into either guy. I like Uno and Mark Andrews. I'm growing on him, but I just didn't really care for this match. And the match honestly did seem like it went on forever. It was just basically Uno beating the shit out of Mark Andrews, and Mark Andrews having those slight moments of opportunities to strike on Uno and getting hits on him. So it was good, but it just wasn't anything interesting or really something you can sink your teeth into, at least for me. But it was good. Mark Andrews did the victory with a shooting star press, so solid match. Just wasn't interested, and it felt like it went on forever, like I said. From there on, we had Drew Galloway versus Trevor Lee. Another great match here from Trevor Lee and Drew Galloway. This is just really, really good. Trevor Lee played great. You know, he tried to play the whole TNA card with Drew Galloway saying that, hey, we're TNA superstars, we're better than this. And I thought, Trevor Lee trying to, chicken shit his way out of the match. And then, of course, Drew Galloway not having it, beating Trevor Lee down, and Trevor Lee finally fighting back and going after Drew Galloway. They put on an excellent match, I thought. Trevor Lee looked really good. He actually dominated Drew Galloway at times. So it was interesting to see Drew Galloway being the guy being dominated rather than him dominating someone else, being thrown around like a rag dog. But yeah, this match was all over the place. Of course, going around the arena, going into the wall. Actually, Drew Galloway threw Trevor Lee into the wall like he's a sack of shit, which looked pretty badass. But very fun back and forth match from these two. Excellent stuff from both men. Trevor Lee did get the victory. It's a small package, so excellent stuff from Trevor Lee and Drew Galloway there. And then we go to what could be potentially another match of the year contender, and potentially match of the night. To me, this was the match of the night. Yeah, JT Dunn and Chris Hero versus Ricochet and Matt Sydal. This match was so fucking fun. I can't even sit here and explain to you how fun this match was. This was on your edge to the seat, exciting bell-to-bell action. Of course, this was JT Dunn's PWG debut, and he did not fail to impress. I've heard of JT Dunn, but I've never seen him before, so seeing him for the first time was definitely a great first impression. Him and Hero worked excellently together. Hero busted out a perfect Hurricanrana. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Just so many near falls. Like I said, edge of your seat action. After this match, you'll want to see a singles match between Chris Hero and Ricochet, because the interaction those two had in this match were just so superb. Those two need to have a singles match soon. Do it at the anniversary show, do it at Bola, do it soon, because that match needs to happen. But this was extremely exciting match. Crowd was red hot on their feet for this match. Outstanding action from both teams. Like I said, I can't put this match over enough. Like I said, arguably match of the night, which I would say is match of the night, but maybe match of both shows is probably the best match of the both shows. You can argue as well. But yeah, great showing from all four teams. Just another match that deserves an applause afterwards, because it was that good. But just excellent stuff. It could have gone either way too. Both near falls for both teams could have gone either way. But at the end, Ricochet and Matt Sydal ended up getting the victory with the Ricochet hitting the Beta Driller for the pinfall victory. So really good match. Just awesome. And from there, I'm going to go to Adam Cole versus Trent. Of course, right before the bell even rings, Adam Cole attacks Trent, pretty much taking him out. And of course, pretty much the theme of this match was, as every Trent match, is Trent getting his ass kicked. And that's what Adam Cole was doing. And one thing I didn't like about this match was the fact that Adam Cole, because Trent was between the ropes, Adam Cole grabbed him, hit a spike pile driver, and then he hit a package pile driver on the outside, hit Florida Keys, and then hit the Panama Sunrise, which is a Canadian destroyer, and then Trent gets the victory to crucifix pin. Now that's one thing. One thing I don't like about PWG is like once you hit all those moves in a span of 5 minutes, and the guy still is like fine and gets the victory. I don't, even though it's a crucifix pin, I didn't like it. I thought it was just stupid. I know PWG doesn't, most guys don't really sell in their matches, but like there's a time where it's just absolutely ridiculous. Like that was my problem with Uno and Hero towards the end, where they kept kicking out at a pile drivers and rolling elbows. It's just ridiculous. I know Trent didn't kick out of them, but it's ridiculous. I'm not a fan of when they do that, but yeah, Trent gets a victory with the crucifix pin. The match felt a little short. It may have been just that good that it felt like it was a short match, but it was still pretty solid. Adam Cole, like I said, was pretty much dominating Trent, and then Trent got the victory towards the end. So, good match. From there, I'm going to go to a highly anticipated match, which was the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Tag Team Championship title match. The Young Bucks versus Red Dragon. If you've seen their series of matches in 2014, you'll know why this match has been wanting to happen in PWG, and it did not disappoint. However, I will say this is not one of their better matches. I'd probably name at least 2 or 3 of their other matches I'd say are better. But this was solid. This was a great, back and forth action from these two teams. Your typical Young Bucks Red Dragon match. Not really going to go into detail about it. It's just really solid stuff from both teams. Great effort. The one thing that I forgot to mention before I start on this night, there are there's dick references and dick things going on in almost every match on this show. So be prepared for that, especially during this match. Kyle O'Reilly yelled, and I quote, "Give me that dick." So that's something that happened in this match, but. Yeah, it was a great match. That was your typical Young Bucks Red Dragon match. I wasn't really too much of a fan of the finish, although I don't think it was that bad. Young Bucks used hairspray and gave double low blows, which was followed by a super kick party, which was followed by a more bang for your buck to get the victory to retain the tag team titles. So it was an alright finish. I'm not really gonna complain. Young Bucks are heels, so they got to do what they got to do to win the matches, but. Yeah, your typical great Young Bucks Red Dragon match here. Could have been better, though, in my opinion. It could have been better, but, I'm not going to sit and complain. And then we go to the main event, which was match months in the making, almost even a year from their last match. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Championship title match, Roderick versus Zack Sabre Jr. This match had such a big match feel to PWG that I have never felt before. Like, this felt like a WrestleMania main event. From all the hype since Bola going into it, this is extremely big feel match to it, and I really liked about that. And this match was incredible. It was a great wrestling match, great maneuvers. I honestly don't think this was as good as their Don't Sweat the Technique match from last year. I don't think it was as good as that, but I feel like this definitely had more importance and definitely meant a lot more and definitely had a bigger feel to it. So I'll give it that. Just great match. These guys went at it for about 35 minutes. So you had a lot of holds. You had a lot of just great technical wrestling. Roddy just looking great. So Zack Sabre Jr. Just a great World Championship title main event from both men. This is a great wrestling match. And of course, like you saw on the inside, the whole thing is they took their boots off, or one of their boots off, and they actually wrestled in their socks for about 10 minutes or so. So you had just a great wrestling match, and just the crowd was hot on their feet for it. So it was definitely a big match feel, and just a great main event. Phenomenal pop for Roderick Strong tapping out to Zack Sabre Jr. and Zack Sabre Jr. become the new PWG World Champion. Just a phenomenal pop. The crowd erupted for it, and it was just months in the making for that match. And I thought it was perfectly, from Zack Sabre Jr. winning Bullet all the way to this show. I thought they did it just great for PWG. So definitely a great main event. Phenomenal moment, Zack Sabre Jr. winning. And then, of course, celebrating with the other Europeans that are on the show as well, like Marty Scurll and Mark Andrews and whatnot afterwards after becoming champion. So, great night too. Like I said, overall, PWG All-Star Weekend 12 is great shows here. I'd probably say these are the best set of shows since Bola last year. These are just incredible, great shows. Best PWG shows this year by far. And since I'd say Bola, like I said. So, yeah, definitely go out of your way to go get these shows. Like I said, they're worth it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys go pick these up on highspots.com or ProWrestlingGuerrilla.com, available on DVD or Blu-ray. And thank you guys once again for watching the video. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. And once again, enjoy your Memorial Day, everyone.